Emotions clearly very high right there.
More of the video is coming up and we'll talk about it. But if you want to see the full courthouse brawl, go down to descriptions and I have provided a link to the courthouse brawl. What a situation. And I can promise you there will be a part 2. Revenge from McKnight's family.
Queen City News reporter David Schumann spoke to that victim's mother about the courthouse brawl.
Who's accused of shooting and killing Shaheim's 16-year-old son, Jamariah Dixon, last year.
When McKnight's family sees this on social media, Shaheim is most likely going to have to take precaution because I get he is trying to defend his 16-year-old son who was unalived by McKnight, but at the same time, this was supposed to be dealt with in the courtroom.
Jamariah's dad did. It put smiles on all of our faces.
McKnight's charged with Jamariah's death, but Talitha's son, Nazir, was also shot during the same incident. McKnight's charged with his attempted murder. Nazir was paralyzed from the waist down.
He lost his life 2 times. They brought him back. I thank God he spared my son's life, but our life is just drastically changed.
Despite the charge and prosecutors arguing against it, a judge granted McKnight bond. That led to the encounter with Snipe last week at the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. It was before a hearing about revoking McKnight's bond. Prosecutors say he violated the travel and social media conditions the judge set. McKnight went to the hospital after the attack, and the bond hearing will be rescheduled. McKnight's lawyer said in a statement, "This was the most violent assault I've seen in a courthouse in my 22 years as a lawyer."
I really want to say if the lawyer, this is the most violent thing he has ever seen in 22 years, I would not ever want that lawyer defending me because he does not have the experience to defend a case like this.
Says this was self-defense. Talitha wants McKnight behind bars, though, as her son continues his recovery.
He wasn't moving at all. He couldn't even talk at a time. So, by grace of God, we're moving in the right direction.
In Charlotte, David Schumann, Queen City News.
Well, in the end, Shaheim, who is the father of the victim who was unalived by McKnight, the father Shaheim, was only received a misdemeanor charge. Not quite sure how that happened because if you watch that video, that was an assault with intentions to do great bodily harm. There was no weapon used, so, they can't say that, but he really tried to do bodily harm. There was one incident where he actually put his foot up and tried to use it as a weapon, and thank God he missed. Other than that, that would have not been good.
Shaheim Snipe, the father seen in the video, now charged with a misdemeanor assault charge.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit. I'm just going to try to break it down. In a Charlotte courthouse, an uncontrolled anger and assault displayed towards a young man who was accused of unaliving a 16-year-old boy. So while McKnight was at the courthouse, he was attacked by Shaheim, which was the 16-year-old dad. McKnight was at the courthouse due to there was going to be a hearing to revoke McKnight's bond due to violations of bond and violation of social media conditions. So somehow or another, Shaheim found out that McKnight was in the courthouse. I don't know if he was summoned or how, it doesn't explain how he found out, but he was in the courthouse with him. Shaheim went up to McKnight and immediately started attacking him. And his intentions were to seriously do great bodily harm, if not more. People were standing around. Nobody did anything. In the video, it shows this. until the security came along and looked like maybe some courthouse employees to break it up. But by then, McKnight had been seriously assaulted by Shaheim. So once they broke them up, Shaheim was tased, probably to try to calm him down, because I could see where he was not going to calm himself down. And then they were both taken to the hospital, probably different wards of the hospital or different sections of the hospital. After Shaheim was treated, he was released in the custody of police and charged with a misdemeanor crime. How that is a misdemeanor, I don't know. Because in one part of the video, he was lifting his foot to do serious damage to McKnight. And that would have been worse. So it should have been attempted. It should have been further than what he was. He should have had more charges. But the bad thing, I do get why he was angry. Don't get me wrong. But he should have let it be dealt with in the courtroom by the judge. Because now Shaheim may have to watch his back due to McKnight's family is going to most likely try to defend him or take revenge. Now, maybe they will, maybe they don't. I don't know if McKnight even has a family. Who cares that much? But if he does, Shaheim is going to have to watch his back and possibly his family's back, because they're going to do whatever they have to do if it is a situation where those people are like that. Too many people were harmed in here because McKnight also attempted unaliving another young man the mother of the man's name is Talitha. And Talitha spoke about her son, Mazariah, who is now paralyzed due to McKnight's actions towards him. So this has just been a horrible situation, and I know that there will be a part 2 to this, because it just does not end like this. No. Not in this day and time. Not in this type of situation.